Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Step-by-Step English Podcast. I am your host, Alex, and I am very energetic today. I have my coffee, and I am ready to learn. As always, I am joined by our fantastic head English teacher, Emma. Hi, Emma. How are you today?
Hi, Alex. Hello to all our wonderful listeners. I am very well, thank you. I'm happy to be here in our cozy studio, even if it is raining outside.
Yes, it is very rainy today, but that's okay, because today we have a very useful topic. We are going to talk about something we do every single day.
Exactly, Alex. Today's topic is daily routines. This is exciting because it is essential vocabulary. If you are an A2 level student, you need to know how to describe your day.
That sounds perfect. So by the end of this podcast, our listeners will be able to talk about their morning, afternoon, and evening activities in simple English?
Yes, that is the goal. We will learn verbs, time phrases, and sequence words to connect our ideas. Let's get started.
The morning rush. Okay, Emma, let's start at the beginning, the morning. For many people, this is a busy time. What is the first thing we need to know to talk about mornings?
The very first action is waking up. But Alex, students often confuse two very similar verbs, wake up and get up.
Oh, that is a classic mistake. Can you explain the difference?
Of course. To wake up is when you open your eyes. You stop sleeping. For example, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. when my alarm rings.
Okay, I open my eyes at 7 a.m. What about get up?
To get up is when you physically leave your bed. You stand up. Sometimes I wake up at 7 a.m., but I stay in bed and check my phone. I finally get up at 7:15 a.m.
Ah, I see. That is a very important detail. I think many of us do that. Okay, so we are out of bed. What happens next?
To talk about routines, we need sequence words to connect our actions. These words are first, next, then, and after that.
Can you give us some examples using these words in a morning routine?
Sure. Let's look at a typical morning. First, I go to the bathroom, I wash my face, and I brush my teeth. Alex, it is very important to say brush my teeth, not clean my teeth.
Good tip. Brush my teeth. Got it. What happens next?
Next, I usually take a shower. In American English, we say take a shower. In British English, you might hear have a shower. Both are correct.
Okay, so first bathroom, next shower. Then what?
Then, I get dressed. This means I put on my clothes. After that, I go to the kitchen to have breakfast.
Breakfast is my favorite meal. What do you usually have for breakfast, Emma?
I like a simple breakfast. I usually have a bowl of cereal with milk, and I always drink a large cup of coffee. I need coffee to start my day.
Me too. I cannot function without coffee.
Let's try a little role play, Alex. Tell me about your real morning routine today, using the sequence words.
Okay, let me think. Well, today first, I woke up at 6:30 a.m. I was very tired. Next, I got up and went to the kitchen to drink water. Then I took a shower and got dressed. After that, I quickly ate a banana and came here to the studio to meet you.
That was perfect, Alex. You used the past tense because you're talking about this morning, which is finished. But for general routines, remember to use the simple present tense, like I wake up, I take a shower.
Afternoon and work school. Okay, so the morning is finished. Now we move to the middle part of the day, the afternoon.
Yes, for most adults, this is work time. For younger people, this is school or university time. The big action here is leaving the house. We say I leave the house, or I go to work, or I go to school.
How do we talk about transportation? How do we get to work?
Great question. we use the verb take for public transport, or drive or walk. For example, I take the bus to work, or I take the subway. If you have a car, you say I drive to work.
I usually drive here. It takes about 20 minutes. What about the most important part of the afternoon? Lunch?
Yes, lunch. We use the verb have or eat. I have lunch is very common. We also need to talk about prepositions of time here. Alex, when do you usually have lunch?
I usually have lunch at 12:30 p.m.
Perfect. Notice Alex said at 12:30. We use AT for specific clock times. At 5 o'clock, at noon, at midnight.
What about parts of the day?
For parts of the day, we use in the. For example, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But be careful, there is one exception. We say at night.
That is tricky English. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but at night. Okay, I will remember that.
So, a typical afternoon might look like this. I arrive at work at 9 a.m. I work on my computer and have meetings in the morning. I have lunch at 1 p.m. with my colleagues. Then, I continue working in the afternoon until 5 p.m.
Finish work is a good phrase too. I finish work at 5 p.m.
Exactly. Or for students, I finish classes at 3 p.m.
Evening and relaxing. Finally, work is done. We are finished. Now it is time for the evening routine. This is my favorite part because it is time to relax.
Yes, the evening is for unwinding. The first thing we usually do is go home or get home.
Get home means arrive home, right?
Yes, I usually get home at about 6 p.m. When I get home, the first thing I do is change into comfortable clothes.
Me too. Jeans off, sweatpants on. What about dinner?
There are two main options. You can cook dinner if you like spending time in the kitchen, or if you're tired or lazy, you can order takeaway or get takeout.
I admit, I often order takeout on Fridays.
That's nice for a treat. During the week, I usually cook something simple like pasta or a salad. We have dinner around 7:30 p.m.
After dinner, what are some common vocabulary words for relaxing activities?
There are many. You can watch TV, watch a movie on Netflix, read a book, listen to music, or just relax on the sofa.
We can also use frequency adverbs here to show how often we do things. Words like always, usually, sometimes, and never.
Yes, those are very helpful. For example, I sometimes go to the gym in the evening, but I usually just relax at home. Or, I never drink coffee in the evening because I cannot sleep.
And finally, the end of the day.
Yes, we get ready for bed. We brush our teeth again, and finally, we go to bed. Just like in the morning, there is a difference between go to bed and go to sleep.
Go to bed is the action of getting into the bed. Go to sleep is when your brain shuts down.
Precisely. I go to bed at 11 p.m., I read for 30 minutes, and I go to sleep at 11:30 p.m.
Okay, Emma, let's do one final big role play to put it all together. Describe your perfect, relaxing Saturday routine, not a work day.
Ooh, a perfect Saturday. Okay, well, on Saturday, I wake up late, maybe at 9 a.m. I get up slowly and make a delicious coffee. I have pancakes for breakfast. In the morning, I sometimes go to the market to buy fresh food. In the afternoon, I usually meet my friends. We have lunch at a nice restaurant and maybe go shopping. In the evening, I love to stay home. I cook a big dinner, drink a glass of wine, and watch a good movie. Finally, I go to bed around midnight. That is my perfect Saturday.
That sounds absolutely wonderful, Emma. Very relaxing. Wow, we learned so many useful words and phrases today.
Yes, we did. We covered the whole day, waking up, getting ready, going to work, having lunch, coming home, relaxing, and going to bed. Remember, listeners, the key to mastering this is practicing the simple present tense and using those little words like at in the first and then.
Definitely. Try writing down your own daily routine in English to practice. It really helps.
Before we go, I have an important request for our listeners. If you found this podcast helpful and you want to improve your English step by step with us, please subscribe to our channel right now.
Yes, hit that subscribe button, and please give this video a like. If you enjoyed our conversation, it helps us so much.
Also, we want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us about your morning routine. What time do you wake up? What do you have for breakfast? Practice your English in the comments.
We read all your comments and we love them. Thank you so much for listening today. Keep practicing your English every single day.
See you next time on the Step by Step English podcast. Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.